everyone, welcome back to another edition of Coffee, Community, and Cocktails. I'm your host, Angela McFarland, and today we are super excited to have with us our January charity partners, Shane and Marie from the Shane and Pepper Candle Company and the Shane and Pepper Foundation. So thank you so much for being here, guys.
Welcome.
It's great.
I'm excited.
Love your coffee.
Thank
It
you.
looks amazing.
I'm excited.
Oh,
I'm
got it.
excited. Yeah. So we've got a lot to talk about. We just presented them with their donation check for January, which was the result of a benefit that we held here at one of our Closet After Dark. So we had two bands, The Ditches and Thank You Spider. So it was a punk rock show that actually, and
Nice.
people came out in droves and they were super supportive. I mean, aside from paying at the door, people were just handing me more money to get us to a certain level, which was really cool. And then we, of course, as always, Matt, donate a portion of our proceeds to round out the donation for the charity partner. So you guys were our first charity partner for 2023,
Thank you.
and we were able to raise $850 for them, which was super exciting.
That
is
it's
really
an
wonderful.
honor. Thank you so much.
you.
Seriously.
Now, originally, I thought perhaps you would be using it for your Wheels for Shane campaign, but you're going to allocate it, at least some of it, to your abilities program, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the Shane and Pepper Foundation is going towards our Abilities Workforce Program,
Okay.
which empowers and we teach individuals with disabilities the vocational, social, and life skills and entrepreneurial skills within our Shane and Pepper Candle store, which is a kids store.
See, families are doing it all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that appealed to me is your mission and your family dynamic aligns so closely with that of Jason and I, as we were just talking.
Yeah, we were just
you
talking
know,
about that.
3 kids, and in business and growing our businesses for the legacy of our children
Yes.
and kids like them, right? So why don't we kind of start at the beginning and let's get to know Shane a little bit. First of all, you could not be more adorable.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about who Shane is.
So, I am an owner of Shane Pepper Candle Company. I started this back in 2016. I had to raise $17,000 for my service dog Pepper, and we raised that in 3 months
That's amazing.
by selling candles.
Okay, so how'd the candle thing happen?
So, ever since I was little, I had to get a lot of hospital activity,
Mhm.
and candles were always a solution for bringing me calmness and peace and just enjoyment to myself and well-being.
Was there a particular scent that calmed you?
When he was a baby, I always had lavender.
Okay.
When he was a baby, I always had lavender.
Okay.
going on, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. For you or for him?
More for me. He would just stare at the flickering of the candlelight, and it would just
It was fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, because we all know that I don't edit Jake's behavior out. Did you just pour water in that trash can again? Stop.
Am I going to be in the center view?
Well, you were going to be, but now I think you're going to be in timeout. Okay. So, so you mentioned hospital activity. So I wanted people to get to know who you are first before we talk about your diagnosis. So how old are you?
I am 14.
You're 14, and where do you go to school?
I go to Pendle Middle School.
Pendle Middle School?
North.
What? North Penn School District?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're a football player. Do you aspire to be a football player? You are when you feel healthy?
Well, here's the thing. Back when I was playing football, there was this one game. It was raining. It was just really bad, and that had a negative effect on my disability. When I came home, my feet were purple. I was very tired. Leg was shaking like no tomorrow. But I'm still pushing through.
Good. One of the things that I am motivated most by you and your story is the things that your mom shares. And they're your little victories and your little successes. And every time I see a picture of you or a video of you, it is that dynamic smile. And I know there's probably days where you don't want to smile, right? You're in too much pain. I might cry, just so we're all clear. um,
Oh my gosh.
why do you keep pushing forward?
Why I keep pushing forward? It's because if I don't keep pushing forward for my family, for my friends, for, well, everyone that has a disability, who is going to do it? Who is going to bring light and change to this world? We are in such a dark time that people don't realize what's around them.
That's true. All right, that's a wise kid you got there at 14 years old. Just for the record, I didn't realize what my purpose was till I was almost 50. So good on you and good upbringing there. So let's talk about your diagnosis then.
Ah,
So you have cerebral palsy.
He does it a lot, by the way.
I get it. Jake does it too, but that's just because he's dramatic. You have cerebral palsy,
yes,
and you're also on the spectrum.
yes.
How have those two diagnoses changed who you are?
It has changed who I am because I am a fighter now. I do not give up. I have to keep going. It's just a grind with the store, with my business, with the foundation, and bring light and change to the people of the world, and helping those who have a disability, bring them equality and peace. And like I said before, who is going to do it? Who is going to bring light and change? But the most important thing that has to be a fight. You can't not give up when you're in this. You have to keep going and not stop. If you stop, then what is your purpose?
That's right. That's right.
Speaking on truth right now.
Right? Preach, brother. Preach for those in the back that complain every day about things that I would love to switch problems with some people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kids like you, I'm sorry, you said I called him a kid earlier, and he goes, I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
So you're right. But young adults, such as yourself, such as my Jacob, are really forging a path for others with, he's over there thumbs upping and smiling, for other young people with disabilities, right?
Exactly.
The kids that work in your program. What is it a variety of disabilities?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely a huge variety of disabilities.
And our kids that participate in our program, because again, our programs are very similar
Right.
in what we do, just in a different town,
Exactly.
right? Same with the participants that work at the So Much to Give Cafe
Yeah.
that my friend Maureen and Kathy run.
Which I still have to get to. We still have to get to.
They have a really good burger. They have a really good burger. We were there for the grand
What's a
opening.
really good burger again?
It's a really good burger. I think it's called the Inclusion Burger or Inclusive Burger.
I gotta
It's delicious.
try it.
It's delicious. They also are friends at the Monkey's Uncle. They have an inclusivity program. You know, there's so many other businesses that are run by parents that are doing what we're doing, all for the same reason, because we can't rely on anybody else to do this for us.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, not every parent has the ability to quit their job like I did and start a business for their child. Not every and trust me, we've talked about this before. It put and continues to put a tremendous strain on our finances, but at the end of the day, and if you saw on our first podcast, both Jason and I said we would live in a cardboard box to see how advanced this program has made Jacob's life and the kids that are in his program. And I would imagine that the parents of the kids that work for you feel the exact same way.
Yes, they do.
Because they have a place where they can feel safe
Yep.
and accepted.
and where they can grow. And that's very important because there's not much places that are like this. There's not much places that is like my store, our companies, or anywhere else. There's nothing like that. And we have to push for equality because no one will do it for us.
That's
We
right.
have to grind and we have to not give up.
And be self-advocates.
Yes. Because if you're not, like Shane said, who's going to do it? Because honestly, I think I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not good at those.
That's okay.
Um,
Yes, you are.
Honestly, when you when you go to a doctor,
Mhm.
right, and your child is there for a diagnosis, they see them for what? An hour,
Right.
hour and a half, and then you walk out. I'm finding that they sit there and they give them a diagnosis. It's kind of like, nope, they can't do that.
Mhm.
The group, our community, is tired of hearing that.
So tired.
We're so over it. We're
So
over
over it.
that constant stigma
Yeah.
that are.
Oh, they can't do that. We were told Jake will never graduate high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Jake will never have a job. He owns his own business.
Exactly.
Jake will never do this. Jake will never do that. They also said Jake will never talk. Jake does not shut up.
Which
Now,
is
that is the benefit. It is.
switch.
Yeah, but that is also the benefit of us putting
Yeah.
an ungodly amount of money into speech therapy.
Yes.
But we did the work as parents,
Yep.
right? These boys do the work
Yep.
as the people struggling with the different abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And now we need society to do the work. We need society to help us.
We are our community of parents who have kids with different abilities. We're breaking this stigma.
We are.
Because we're tired of the community sitting there saying, no, you can't do that. No, you can't. A doctor saying, no, you can't do that. Listen, I don't have a doctorate, but I do with special needs.
Yeah.
And so do you, and so does every special needs parent out there.
Right.
We tell you what's going on with our kid, and we can help other kids who are just like ours. And that's why we're taking matters into our own hands.
Yeah. I always say 100%. And that's why we do it for kids, for other kids. It's not just, we created our nonprofit and we call it Jake's Baristas,
Right.
which is, just flipping around Barista Jake. But it's because the people that go through our program, they're learning the barista skill set,
Right.
but they're learning customer service,
Yes.
social interaction, janitorial, kitchen prep, food prep. They're learning all of that. Not to mention, and this is a big thing that we're finding, and I hope your customer base realizes this, the community is being given the opportunity to interact with these amazing humans that they may not have the opportunity to otherwise, and it helps open their eyes on what the capabilities really are. I can't tell you how many people have come in and they say, I didn't understand what autism was, or I just assumed, and you know what assume does?
Mm-hmm.
Makes an ass out of you and me.
Mhm.
Sorry, Shane. Good mom, say
It's
that.
fine.
We're showing them they have the exact same amount to offer the community as you do, as I do, as Jason does, as Brett does. They just need a little bit more support.
They're showing their value.
Yeah.
Because they're always being degraded. Think about it. When you go in an interview, right? When you go in an interview, you're automatically judging.
Yep.
So when an individual with a disability, which by the way is the largest minority in the world and the lowest employment rate, so when they go for a job, they're being judged already.
100%.
So that employer's already saying, you know what, this may not work out here.
Right.
You can stock shelves or you can push carts. That has to stop.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep.
And that's
It's
what
not
we're
fair.
doing.
It's not
Exactly.
fair.
It's not fair because people that don't have a disability don't realize that we have an ability. We are able to do this stuff, and I don't think people without a disability don't realize that we are important. We are humans too, and that is important because I once saw a person with a disability pushing cars in the snow, and it just annoys me every single day how people without disabilities just don't care about us. They don't care because they are so corrupt.
see that. Do you
Shade for
feel?
president.
Do you?
Shade for president. I do.
It's
making me cry, and I'm surrounded by kids.
sure.
It is 100%.
Shade for the hoop.
Our families are, who have, disability-owned companies, we're providing services and not services, but like, the entrepreneurship.
But it is
and
a
all
service.
that.
It is a service.
It's a service. I don't want to say it, but it is a
No,
service.
it is a service. It's a service to help them get to the next level of
Yes.
their lives. We.
Other people know how to
I'm
do it.
crying. Thanks for that.
Other people don't know how to do it.
Right.
They okay, I'm going to hire you. You have a disability, but they shove them just to stock shelves.
Yeah.
You're teaching them.
No.
You're just sitting there saying, this is what you're only good for. Take them in. Let's say they want to be an accountant. Teach them numbers. Teach them a few things so they can gain that knowledge.
I was a recruiter for 30 years. And one of the things that I was known for within my recruitment career was always trying to put a round peg in a square hole. And there were jokes in different jobs that I had that I was going to one day have a staffing company called Wounded Bird Staffing.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that because I would say, look, I'm looking at their resume, but I met with this person. They have what is on the job description, I'm telling you. And I would do the hard sell a lot of times with my clients. And I can't tell you how many times people came back to me and said, I was skeptical when you sent me the resume, but after I saw your passion and I met with them, I saw what you saw.
Yeah.
And I always kind of just tucked it away inside, right? Because I also always wondered, what the hell's Jake going to do when he gets older? Because he didn't exhibit a specific skill set, right? He was not one that liked Legos, so he didn't like to build. He didn't play with technology. So, a lot of kids that have autism specifically are very cerebral and they're very good with either building things or technology. That was not Jake's forte. So I kept thinking, look, I'm a really good recruiter and I can't even figure out what this kid's going to do. And then, he showed me one day. One day a light bulb switched and I was like, he loves to make coffee and he loves to serve people.
Mm.
Then when I found out that he was doing all of the research on his own on his tablet,
Oh, it's it.
I was like, this might be something.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it is. So, yours started at such a young age with you being fascinated by the candles, and look what you've created.
Mm-hmm.
But because your parents recognized that was something that was of interest to you. And that's the thing. You have to find what you're passionate about. And I don't know who said it, Oprah, Dalai Lama, Dolly Parton. I don't know who said it.
People.
Somebody said, somebody once said, I don't want to go saying, I don't want to give specific quotes because my tens of followers might say that's not who said it. But somebody once said, if you do something that you're passionate about,
Yes.
you'll never work a day in your life. When I get big enough and I have a fact checker, they'll be able to figure that out. But that's the truth, right? I work harder than I ever worked in my life now. You do. I'm sure your husband does. I'm sure you work harder now than most 50-year-old men.
Yes.
Because we are constantly thinking about our business, how to grow it, how to make it better, how to get people in the door, how to help other people like us.
Yeah.
And when you approach things from that selfless perspective, good things come to you. So tell me what one of the best moments in owning your own business has been so far.
I gotta say, it's the day when we opened our first store was just amazing.
The first store? Okay.
And the second, any store that we opened was just amazing.
Oh, I do.
But when you did it the first time, you were like, this was your dream coming to fruition, right?
Yeah, but now that I'm more experienced, I know what to do, I know my priorities, and I'm getting them straight, and I want to achieve my goal, which is to bring disability awareness and equality to disabilities around the world.
Love it. How many associates do you have? Do you know? How many people are working in your program?
Working for our program, it's 2.
Mm-hmm.
They do the candle making
Okay.
in the evening on Friday and Saturday nights.
Now, do they have a job coach that comes with them? Or are you there?
The ones that we have, no.
Okay.
No.
They work independently.
They work
Okay.
I'm their job coach.
Okay. Yeah, same. Same.
You're the best job coach.
Thanks.
Aww. Where's Jake to tell me that?
I'm their job coach.
He's ready.
But during the day, we have our high school. We're partnered with our high school.
So do I. Yeah.
And
Transition program.
yes,
Mhm.
and they come to our. Yeah, I was gonna say it's come to our school. They come to our store and 5 days a week. And there's about between. It changes every day, but it's like
Sure.
5 or 6 young adults.
Yeah.
I don't want to call them kids.
No, I get it. I get it. Sorry. My next podcast guest is here, so.
Hi, next podcast. But but now, we're partnering with the Variety Club
Yep.
and the Indian Creek Foundation.
That's great.
So, I mean, that number doesn't.
It's just going to grow.
Huge. But we also have, families on a personal level. They come in and they're having their young adults come in
That's
as
great.
well.
That's
So,
great.
yeah, it's definitely.
So talk to me about some of the things. So you sell your candles, okay? So
Yeah.
you're a candle store.
Mhm.
What's so great about your candles besides how wonderful they smell?
Everything.
Tell me, buddy.
Well, they're eco-friendly, they're biodegradable, all natural ingredients, no toxins whatsoever or chemicals. And here's the thing, I think that I was chosen by God to create this, and people that are doing business each are chosen by God. I think that people don't realize that you have to answer God's call. If you don't answer God's call, then what is your purpose?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I believe that 100%, and I believe that for us, this was definitely divinely inspired. You don't go as far in life as we did and then go, gotta give everything up and change direction and have the community rally the way our communities have. So I think that that's, and that's not to say that it's without its struggles.
Right.
And that every day, the year we had last year, I was like, "Hello, God, are you there? It's me, Ange. Are you paying attention to what's going on down here?" But at the end of the day, just the difference that having a business has made in Shane's life, your life, Jacob's life, my life, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Words on it. I mean, the feeling as parents.
Oh yeah.
And to see your daughter or son just thrive and grow, especially when they say you can't walk or talk, and they're talking, having full conversations, helping them get candles, making candles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selling candles at the link.
Yeah. How great is
She
that?
has done that twice. For the Eagles Autism Foundation. So.
Which, by the way, you can get at Shane and Pepper Candle Company, which is on Durston Avenue in Lansdale. Can you get them online too?
ShanePepper.com.
Okay. The Eagles Autism Challenge candle. We are also carrying them. We have a limited supply, but I'm sure we can get more if need be. $5 from every jar goes directly to the Eagles Autism Challenge, and the money that the Eagles Autism Challenge raises, 100% of that goes right back into the autism community. So, and this smells phenomenal.
Is that Happy Tails?
Happy Tails.
Oh, yeah. So we have some dog-related names just because of Pepper.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about Pepper next. Yeah.
Happy Tails.
Tell me about Pepper.
Boy.
Pepper is just the best dog to ever come to existence. Pepper is my service dog. I've had him for 4 years, right?
5.
4 or 5 years?
No, 4. Yeah.
Or yeah.
And what kind of dog is he?
He's a golden lab.
And he's so handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's so handsome.
Where is he from? Talk about his story.
I'll explain it today.
Oh, my bad.
Mom, he's done this before, okay?
Professional.
Do you want me to excuse her?
No, she's like, Mom, you are the...
For a decoration.
Okay.
Right, talk about it.
But first, I'm just going to say this. Moms like you two is just the best. Like, you guys take care of your children, help them achieve their goals, and help them start their own business. Because that is,
Dude.
the best thing. 7. It's rare to have moms like this. We have to cherish our parents because if we don't cherish our parents, then what do we have in life?
Do you hear him? Come over here. Stand behind Miss Murray. Shane just said that you should cherish your parents.
Thank you.
No, I'm your parent. You should cherish me.
I cherish you, Ma. I cherish you a lot.
I cherish you too, buddy. Okay, we're not taking orders on camera. Go over there.
All right, back.
Go.
No, so tell me about Shane. Tell me the story about how you got
Pepper.
yeah. Sorry, tell me about Pepper.
So Pepper is a service dog from for possibility. He came from Xenia, Ohio. We trained from him for 2 weeks, and we stayed at the Ronald McDonald house.
Nice.
And he is just such a good boy. He's so amazing. He can retrieve items. He can open doors, close doors,
Turn on light switches.
take my shirt off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
So with Shane, Shane had a stroke.
Right.
Shane has cerebral palsy, dystonia, he has spasticity, he has quite a few things. And his arm, it's hard to straighten that out.
Sure.
So he can go get it over a little bit, right?
Mhm.
And then Pepper will do the rest.
That's amazing.
And he'll get his leg brace when he has it on. He doesn't have it on today. His shoes.
So we have 2 dogs also.
A beer.
They can't do any of that. The only thing they do is steal Jason's dirty underwear and chew up bed pillows and bark at customers. But that's cool that your dog's so great. Just kidding.
I mean, he's a $16,000 dog.
Yeah, I know. He better be able to do something.
Yeah.
And mine are dachshunds. They really don't do anything but sleep and lick your face. But they fill that void,
Yes.
right? Does Shane sleep? Does Pepper sleep with you?
Yes, he does.
Pepper goes to school with him.
That's
It's in the
great.
yearbook.
Nice.
He's been going to school with him since elementary school.
Oh, so all your friends love him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
And so
great.
does the schools.
He's
Is
like,
he quiet in school?
oh yeah.
Yeah, he sleeps.
Yeah.
Wait, don't tell me he doesn't bark.
Unless you
He
tell
wouldn't.
him to.
Our dogs are defective.
No, he only barks on commands. If you tell him to bark, he will bark.
Train him in.
But he does not bark. He just lays there and sleeps next to Shane. And when Shane gets up, he's a mobility service dog. So if
Okay.
Shane doesn't have his wheelchair that day, if Shane kind of veers off to the the right,
Right.
Pepper will center him.
That's
If he goes to the
amazing.
left, he'll center him.
That's amazing.
So.
I love that. I love
Thank you.
that.
And but the students are amazing with Pepper because you're supposed to ignore a service dog.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're not even there. But it
Are you allowed to pet him?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Unless Shane
Yeah.
says otherwise and he gets him out of command.
But here's the thing. I feel like people without disabilities or people that have a service
job,
dog
Dad.
do not understand what a service dog is. They do not understand how to interact with a service
So
dog.
how do you interact with a service dog?
You just ignore him completely, pretend he isn't there.
Right.
And what people think they can do, they think they can just pet him
Right.
when the service dog is on duty, but they can't because what they actually do. So let's say I'm out like somewhere like here,
Right.
and a person decides to, oh hi, you're such a good boy. That could leave me my balance and I could fall.
Sure. Will he react to people though as a service dog, or he's
ignores
trained to
you.
ignore them? That's fantastic.
Yep.
That's fantastic. When is he not on duty?
When I take his vest off.
At home.
And he knows that.
Mhm.
Yep.
Wow.
Because his harness is heavy also, but when they're trained, I mean Pepper is trained with a vest on him since he was a puppy.
Yeah.
It's the most adorable thing by the way. It's like this big. And Pepper actually went to prison,
And
a
college.
prison program, and then he went to college, University of Ohio. And then so he's been through it all. He's not affected by really anything.
That's awesome. Tell me about some of the fundraisers that you do in the store.
Okay. The Shane, well, go ahead.
Well, we've done music and light,
Which supported what?
which supports the music emotion, which is owned by my aunt. So, real quick,
So it was a partnership
yeah.
fundraiser?
So real quick,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about what music emotion is, so you guys can understand it.
Sure.
You can understand
Sure.
it. So music emotion my aunt owns music emotion, and is a great person.
Director.
She's the director of music emotion, and so once every how many?
Hmm?
So
She's there now. She's in Guatemala right
yeah.
now.
So she goes to Guatemala and she teaches music to kids in Guatemala,
That's
and I remember that we helped build the top part of our building. We got them air conditioning units.
No. We got fans
Fans.
and drop ceilings.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So we're partnered with the Eagles Autism Foundation.
Yep.
Music Emotion.
Go Birds.
The
That's right.
Right? That's awesome.
That's so
You gotta get the candles because
Oh, yeah.
ever since we started that
Yeah.
Maybe
this year, we've been winning.
That's
Upstream.
amazing.
Yeah.
Listen,
And it's not just the birds.
I was going to say it was my
There's also
nails,
us.
just for the record.
And your nails are fabulous.
Right? Jason Kelsey.
I saw that.
Yeah. He said, love it.
Yes.
So that's why they
Maybe
won,
we'll
in
get
case
his
anybody.
done.
Well, I'll be getting my Super Bowl nails 2 weeks.
I can't
You guys
wait
are
to see
missing
them.
Kylie Kelsey. She is stand up for the Eagles Autism Foundation.
Well, we didn't get to that
Yeah,
yet.
We didn't
yeah.
get there yet.
Background noise.
That's one of the dads, and
Great.
whatever.
So Kylie Kelsey is Jason Kelsey's amazing wife,
Yes, she
and
is.
she is a huge part. I mean, she is the foundation, part of that foundation, and she is good with Shane.
That's awesome.
And she loves our candles too.
That's great.
Jason Kelsey likes our candles.
I love that. I love that.
But so Music Emotion and the Eagles Autism Foundation, the Kelly and Dolan Fund.
hmm
Who am I missing?
Grant Cardone Foundation.
No, the Grant
Grant
Cardone
Cardone
Foundation.
and
See, he's not just a pretty face that carries boxes.
Background noise reminding me of something.
I know things.
Well, come up here. Talk to us.
Go on then.
Come on.
Come
Come on,
on.
Dad.
I have
Where'd
things for radio.
Jake's father go? Come on, boys.
Hiding behind.
Come up here for a minute. Because these boys wouldn't be here without you guys, and
That's true.
I'm not speaking for Marie, but I know that I couldn't do.
No.
I know I couldn't do what I do without my
If you
husband.
want.
Yeah, I can do an Eagles chant, but maybe hold off.
We'll do that much more.
Yeah, right. We'll do that. We'll do that with expressive cats. So you also do candle making
Mhm.
parties
We
in
do.
your store, right?
Yes.
So talk a little bit about that.
So our I can't talk. Our Abilities Workforce
the time.
program. Well, go ahead, Shane. Talk about the candle making.
So
Just here.
Right. I always say I'm like it's Barista
Yeah.
Jake's world. I just live in it. So
What is it?
So the candle making parties are held Fridays and Saturdays, and they
Make reservations. Go.
yeah, you have to make reservations. And so it's just a quiet night. You make candles. We're closed, and you have the entire shop to yourself. It makes a great night if you just want to have like a date, a family night.
and there's different levels that people
There
can.
are different
Yeah.
packages.
Okay.
And our first package is Be the Change package, where that's $20 per person. You bring your own bottle, you bring your own food.
That's amazing.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And
Kind
our
of like going to painting with a twist.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Our Be the did I say Be the Change?
You did.
All right, Be the Light package is $30 per person, and you get a charcuterie board and wine.
Nice.
And then our empowerment package is where it is fully catered. You get wine, you get beer, you get appetizers, and what's amazing is that our Abilities Workforce team takes care of you.
That's phenomenal.
So when you have these events, you're actually providing vocational skills and social skills to our workforce ability program members.
Yeah. We
So,
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And we're talking.
And you can shop afterwards.
Yeah, which, who doesn't love that? I've already reached out to some of my girlfriends about doing a girls' night there.
Yeah.
I would love that to be something that, like, my family does around Mother's Day.
Mhm.
Speaking of, we also were talking with them about doing a mobile candle making event here to marry sort of their business and ours, where you could come in here. Shane and his team can show you how to make candles. Pepper will maybe be here,
May or may not.
but don't pet him. We'll have a bar set up, and it's just another. I had you a bar. Yeah,
The bar got it.
we know where the dads are
Yeah.
going to be. Try and lean in a little bit because, actually, yeah, you're going to have to. No, I want the boys to talk.
Oh.
Tell me a little bit about how proud you are of your son and your wife and this venture. Are you proud of them?
He has
Not
to-
at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to
What are you talking?
hit the
Hold the mic up to you.
hit the home run question right off the bat.
Yeah, I know.
Proudness, Obviously, we'll just start with my beautiful wife. The passion that she has is insane. The battles that she goes through, especially recently, still, Shane talks about grit, determination. She's it. So that's where Shane gets it from, She's the example. She provides, and she's the example of why he is the way he is. Shane,
Bad thing.
oh my gosh, I can't even put into words what he means to me, what my other son means to me, Dominic, and then my baby girl Gianna. What these kids mean to us as parents, but as a father, being there the day that doctor, that neurologist, remember it, saying, prepare yourself. Your son's never going to walk, talk. And then a couple of years go by, they want to put him in a facility, because he's not going to be to the level of society wants him to be. Now, guess what? Shit ain't happening.
That's right.
It's not. And then when I was at work, it was her. It was her taking him every single day. Caring for, her other son, and then Shane with his needs from, being a toddler to about, I think I got injured when he was about 12 years old. So 12 years.
Yeah.
12 years, the struggle was real for her mainly. I'm there, I'm the vent, she can vent to me and then taking him on a
And
job.
that's
But
an isolating feeling, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm there, but she's alone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're in the same house. She can text me and call me, but I couldn't be there full time.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our circumstances, she had to leave her career, give up her passion at the time. Her passion was nursing. She committed to a life of service and she couldn't do it anymore. So she gave it up.
But
And
I
it-
did do it.
You did do it.
Right.
With
See, that's
taking care of,
100%.
God gave me skills,
Mhm.
and then it helped me fight for Shane.
right.
And no. You're saying he's what now? See, I'm the type of woman, like, you tell me, no, I'm going to show you that it's going to happen.
100%.
So, we taught Shane sign language. And then his language skills started coming.
Yeah.
I would put him on my feet and, that repetitive constant movement, trying to get him to walk, stretching him. I mean, listen, if I can get a doctorate, I'm sure you can, and PT, OT, speech, psychiatry.
Oh, you got the college credits.
Okay.
It's there.
We should have our own building.
100%. I say all the time. So I know this.
Absolutely.
I say all the time. I'm not a college graduate. I'm not an expert at anything other than being Jacob's mom.
That's
I
you're
am-
an expert there.
I have a PhD in all things Jake. Right?
More than that.
Do you want to talk about how great I am? Tell him. Tell him his lead.
I've done all.
Do it again.
I'm
You
not
were.
doing it again.
Oh, see?
I love you. You do
You're
everything. You're the
amazing.
best.
All right, good answer. Get out of my podcast.
Ditto. What he said.
Ditto what he said. That's probably what you should have said. I know recently Marie had some of her own health issues,
Yeah.
and you had to take over,
Isn't it?
and we're sharing kind of the progress of what she was going through. You've had your own health issues, and I think your whole family really.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
We're done with
right.
it. Done. Shut down.
That should be it.
Shut down.
So, that's what we said. Last year, we were like, there's not anything else that
No.
could possibly happen. Don't ever say that,
Don't
though.
ever say that.
Don't ever say that.
Never
But
say never.
But the fact that, like us, you guys are just forging ahead because there is no other option.
That's right.
There's a fundamental grit, like you referenced, that I think we have. And some special needs parents develop that over time. Some are born with it. I'm, being a Norristown girl, I was born with it. Where were you born?
Creamery.
So you're close enough.
Skip back
I mean,
to
it's a
Philly.
Philly thing. It's a
Yeah.
Philly thing.
Well, you were born
right?
in Philly. Now
Where were
she's
you
in
born?
Yeah.
Northeast.
All right.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
it. I mean, then Jason was born in
See in the
Ohio.
Boulevard, baby.
right.
It definitely starts where you come from.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
like I'm a sexual abuse survivor. My dad served 10 years in prison. I lived in my car
Wow.
through nursing.
All
So
right, this will be a second podcast
No.
another time.
So, like,
We're going to talk about her story.
but
God
meaning like
bless you.
you learn how to survive and go through all those emotions literally by yourself.
100%.
No, there is no therapy in the world, no pill can take that pain away.
You're right.
You just learn to take what you went through and one, help others,
Mhm.
and two, move forward in a positive way and direction. And to me, nursing was one of them, but this is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
We have a saying around here of our why. And, at the core of it, our why for Jason and I has always been all three of our kids.
Right.
The why behind this particular venture is obviously Jacob and other kids like him. I'm sorry, young adults and teenagers.
That's right.
That's right.
I know. Me, I'm 50, dude.
That's how you spin out.
But like now, you learn that your why is WHYYYYYYY.
Yeah,
You have to continue to pick up other people as well.
100%.
Shane's mission would not be where it is if we stopped at us.
That's right.
If you stopped at Jake,
Yeah,
the mission ends there.
100%.
So-
We did an autism town hall on Saturday.
Takes a village.
It was the
That's what it's
first
all about.
time. It was a little feather in my professional cap because we were a triple threat there. We were serving coffee. I sat on the panel discussing law enforcement in the autism community, which piggybacked off of an event that I had one here 2 years ago.
That's good.
And it was exceptional. And that conversation is an ongoing conversation. And we can definitely do that again. But then I also ran a breakout room where I talked about employment in the autism community and special needs in general. And one of the participants in my program was volunteering with me that day. And the thing that she said, I asked her, I said, I'm going to put you on the spot, which when she started with me, there's no way I could have done that.
Yeah.
I couldn't have ever put her on the spot because she would have gone internal.
Right.
I said, why don't you just share with the people what you've gotten out of this program? And she said, you made me a person.
Yeah.
And I was like,
See,
I
keep going.
that's it. That's it.
It's not just for your son. I mean, it's literally because of that.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
you know what? I woke up this morning and this is my why. And no matter what hits you, you're going to keep pushing forward.
That's right.
No matter what, because you want a future not only for your son,
Yeah,
but and my son, but it's
All
a
of them.
future for all of them.
yeah,
Because of that stigma that we keep having and running into.
that's right.
Yes.
They all sprint
And
from
sometimes
That's right.
To uplifting the other families, the moms
Yeah.
and
to other
dads.
families, to other families.
Yeah,
to other
the moms and
families.
dads.
Going.
Yeah.
that don't want to do it and they're tired and
Or
sick
they
and tired.
can't, or they don't.
It's not you don't. It's like sometimes you just can't.
It can be, it's such an overwhelming and an isolating experience to get that diagnosis, any diagnosis involving your kid. And then imagine if you have your own baggage, right? Your own thing that's going on.
Mhm.
But your priority should always come down to your kids. Some people just aren't built like that, and some people can't. So if we can help those families, help their kids, that's why we do what we do.
Yep.
And that's the important part. Anything else that you would like to add? Because I can't tell you, you've made me laugh, you've made me cry. You're like the Rocky Balboa of Lansdale. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
You better.
He told me about him.
That's
See,
the parent.
that's a good dad right there.
That's great parenting.
What?
They sang for the bands.
Stop talking, kid. You're not on this podcast
And-
today.
Here's the
Sang for the
thing.
bands.
We
No,
don't
no,
change.
okay, so, all right.
Like sometimes you have to take a brick wall. Sorry, not a brick wall, a sledgehammer, and break down that brick wall
You're
that's holding us against our goal. And sometimes we have to bring that brick wall down to destruction.
That's right.
Because if we don't, how are we supposed to achieve our goal? How are we supposed to bring light and change?
And that's why you have parents like us
To support me
to
and
build a foundation
And- yeah.
for individuals with all types of different abilities and to help other parents and caretakers say, you know what, we got you. Bring them in here.
Yeah.
We're going to teach them these skills because I know, it's hard to build something like this. We
Yeah.
got you. Don't worry about it.
That's it. And you're going to find, I believe in my heart, over the next 5 years, you're going to find more and more families taking ownership
Yeah. It's
into their own hands.
literally
Let's
a
go.
community that is
Yeah.
growing rapidly because we're just tired of.
We are, and other people see,
Bullshit.
it can be done.
Yeah.
And, they're shocked.
Oh my
I didn't think I could do this.
Wait, you're 14 years old? Wait.
Right.
No, you can run a business?
Right.
Yes, they can.
They can do anything.
because we're capable. And here's the thing: there's not much people with disabilities out there that can, start a business and
There's,
Because they're not given the opportunity.
they're not given
yeah,
the
they're not
opportunity.
given the opportunity,
Right.
and we have to push.
Right.
We have to get our
Okay.
goal because if we don't get our goal, how are we supposed to achieve what we want? If we don't achieve what we want,
Stifle that
how
passion.
are we supposed to bring
It's
life?
passion.
And
Listen.
you're doing that with your foundation.
You
Yeah,
make me
that's
want to
very
run
good.
through a brick wall.
No, I feel like
Because we bring
Right?
light
Like
and
you got me
change.
all fired up.
If we don't bring light and change,
Yeah.
how are we supposed to
Right.
change the world?
I
Sorry,
feel
that's
like
my turn.
that's okay. Good job. I'm just kidding. I keep mine on silent because
Fine.
it rings all day
I'm
long.
gonna like run home tonight.
Right? I'm not even taking my car. I'm just gonna
Me
run
too.
home with the fire that you just lit under my ass.
With all of that, you broke down that wall and you're saying, here, come to my foundation, come to my store.
I will
Jake
teach
Reese is
you.
doing the same
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
Come to the coffee shop, go to the Inclusion Cafe, go to Monkey's Uncle, go to
Classic Rock Auto Detail.
yes, bakeability.
Every bakeability. Biddy and Bo's.
Yes,
There's a
Biddy
new
and
place
Bo's.
that
Yes.
just opened in Easton.
And there's one in Jersey. What is
Even in the bean.
Even in the Bean.
Even
in
Easton in the
Jersey.
Bean. There's the Get Cafe in Narberth.
We're
And it's all people like us. Because
we have to show people that we are capable of doing this. We
And
don't
that's
show
why we're
them
happy.
how
Let's
we're
go.
supposed to do it.
It's going home.
Go Eagles.
Go
And it's high quality products.
It's high quality products.
The candles, the coffee, the food. It's good.
100%.
And candles, coffee,
Candles do go great with coffee.
and people that started with people that have disabilities that start a business, and the products, that's products with a purpose.
That's right.
Right.
And that's what
And
we're trying. We're
Product
fine
with a purpose.
Purpose.
And
How
coming
are we
soon.
supposed-
There you are, but I love it. But coming soon, we talked about this too. We're gonna have a barista Jake candle
Yeah.
Nice.
at Shane and Candle,
Yes.
or Shane and
Then
Candle Company. Shane and Candle.
We won't-
Shane and Candle Pepper Company.
Shake the candle pepper.
I don't even know where I am half the time.
Hi, the movie.
Hello.
Guys,
Hey Jake,
Yeah.
come over here a minute,
Why? Because you want me in the
Here,
sit?
Jake,
just
come
for a
here.
quick second.
Jake, come here.
You want me to sit?
No, I just want you to stand
Here.
behind
Sit
the
here.
Right
chair.
here.
Sit.
Yeah, we're good.
You need me to sit.
Right here.
You
Right.
need me to talk.
This
Right
right
here.
here, people,
Here.
these two, this is an example of passion and
Do I have
drive.
to speak?
Yeah.
Is this my business?
It is your business.
Wait,
hold on.
Do I
Too
take-
much background noise there, Dad.
do I need to? Are you going to write down some questions?
I'm not. I just want you
Just
to
speak for
just
well,
speak
for a
from
couple
your heart.
minutes. For a couple
just speak
minutes.
from your heart.
Speak
For
from
a
your
couple-
heart,
from your
Jake.
heart.
I can't.
You don't want to. Don't fake burp. Look. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted.
Sorry,
it.
Ma. Sorry, Ma.
I love you.
Listen, it's a.
No,
Lovely.
no, I just.
Okay, go back to your movies. Anyway, we are super excited to know you, love you, follow your journey, hopefully be, partners with you more going forward.
I'm
And
excited for this relationship.
I am too.
Our families are so much alike.
They
you
are.
have no
A
idea.
lot of families that have, different
Yeah, we have
abilities going on, we're very much like we're feisty.
We're feisty because guess what? We're tired of people's shit. Can I get a high five?
I forgot one more thing.
What?
Oh, here we go.
Did you want to ask me out on a date? That's okay. Did you want to ask me out on a date?
No.
Married. Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. I mean, Mom
Yeah.
has told me the story, but people
You have decaf iced coffee. Like,
with disabilities, moms and parents have come to our store crying,
Yeah.
thanking us
Yeah,
for
happy you
this.
too.
You know what's
Thank
funny?
you, guys.
And not that it's funny, haha. It happens all the time. Yes, buddy, you're right. Saturday, we were down at, like I said, we did the autism town hall. And
Right,
Jason
yeah.
and I went out Saturday night, and he said a
Right.
young woman came in with her daughter. And
what'd you say?
I was telling her about Jake and your mission. And he said she just started crying. And she came in on Sunday just to meet me, which always freaks me out. And when I see people, mouths are tough. Just me. I'm just Ange from Norristown, mouth like a truck driver. Don't take any crap from anybody. Like I'm not. But people will come up to me that I don't
Name
know.
from Norristown. Ange from Norristown.
Ange from Norristown. I feel like I should be
Ange from
WIP. Talking about some birds. Hey, how you doing?
There's Ange. South Philly. Ange on the line first. Over.
You're right. I'll make that my tagline. But people will come up and they'll say, "Are you?" This usually, "Are you Mr. Jake's mom?" And I always go, "I do have a name, but it's Anne from Norristown." But people will say, "Oh, I follow you, or I this, or I that," and you need to realize the lives that you're changing or the people that you're motivating. And I can't process that
Right.
because I'm like,
Am I?
me?
Yeah.
Really?
I am lazy. I complain all the time. How am I motivating you? But it's just the little glimmer of what I share about Jake, and it's the being real.
Tracy's here for band
It's
practice.
totally being real and Jake, and it's what you have.
Yeah,
What do you have
I mean-
accomplished? It's what we have accomplished.
that's right.
And that's important because people see our companies growing and they want to be a part of that. They see that we're growing and they feel motivated and to help. They feel motivated and they love what we're doing.
Well, let's talk. Let's sign off with this. How can people support your mission?
Well, they can go to our store at 307 Durstein Avenue in Lansdale.
Or they
and
could buy a candle.
buy a candle on ShanePepper.com. Our foundation is on there as well.
Okay.
And you
Yep.
can donate
And
to the foundation.
Instagram, Shane and Pepper Foundation on Instagram.
All right. And definitely remember that you can go there to get your Eagles Autism candle,
Go
Here.
birds.
or you can come here. Are they all Happy Tails?
No, they're all different.
Not
The ones you brought me?
positively.
We give you two different ones.
Nice. Okay.
Here.
So you can come in and get these. Again, $5 from every candle goes directly to the Eagles Autism Challenge. And, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
So go see them, book a party, come here, get your coffee, support these boys because they're changing the world one cup of coffee and one candle at a time.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, baby. It was so good to meet you in person.
Too.
All right.
Go birds.